When God's first God blesses, what's going on, everyone? It's midnight. Your Uber driver here, just getting the day started. Picking up a DoorDash order that we're already late to, but it is what it is. We're headed over there anyways. Oh, took this light too. I missed the light, that's right. This way.
Ocean. And they shout about it.
This way.
Little parade rally.
This way.
And they have those violent street things. They be shouting from the ocean to the sea. Something like that. Is it ocean to the
right now I'm wearing shorts because I was kind of headed out the door. I wanted to give Uber my peace of mind since they're taking forever on my appeal. It shouldn't take 8 days. Like, this is ridiculous. This is crazy.
So their whole mission over the years has been to drive the Jews into the sea. It wasn't like they were trying to somehow or another make peace so they
still
can
don't
share
appear
the
complete
land
the order. Do you want?
and have peace. Because I remember when Israel gave up Gaza.
I'm only 3 minutes late. It's not like I'm an hour. Like, it's not like I'm 5-10 minutes late. I'm only 2 minutes late.
But it didn't make sense because
The only reason I'm 2 minutes late is because I accepted it too early. I should have. What are you talking about? Hard break detected.
And they were taking
Dashcam, come on.
and would turn it into a ghetto.
That wasn't a hard break.
It reminded me of the blacks in America. The blacks who were blaming white people for taking their land or whatever. Taking whatever they took from. I don't know what they did. But then when the whites were given to the blacks, all they did was to turn it into a ghetto. And they would go over and look over at the whites and want the other nice things they have. But the blacks did nothing to build up their own places. And I saw that with my own eyes when I went over to Israel. All the thing the Palestinians were doing was complaining, we want the land, we want the land. And then when the Jews were given to them, all they did was to destroy that land. And they look over at the Jews at their nice land, and they wanted that. And I remember when we went to Israel, and you gotta visit Israel. I love Israel. We went near the Gaza Strip, but we couldn't go over there because Israel had given it up to the Alaa people.
I love.
And the Alaa people, when it was too dangerous to go in there. And I don't know if you've seen a picture of Gaza lately. It's a total disaster.
What's wrong with you?
Zone.
But we're headed to our first ride for the day for DoorDash. It's at Starbucks for $7. So I think from here to Starbucks is 4 miles. And I think the drop-offs are like 1 or 2 at most. We're going to Starbucks to do DoorDash.
Make the place beautiful and relaxing and let it go.
We'll be there in 7 minutes.
They won't do it.
6 minutes.
It reminds me so much of the black. I don't know what to do, but that's what happens when you're angry and you think somebody over you.
Hope everyone's having a great day.
It's never enough for you. It's never enough. It's like when parents spoil the children. The mothers spoil the children. It's never enough. And these kids still end up hating you. And you won't want to hate me. You spoil them. I think personally that Israel gave up too much land way back when. Because these people are they're not satisfied. They want to go from the river to the sea. And Joe Biden, you can't hide. Remember they were chanting that in America on our soil? They even hate us. And our government let them into our country. Well, it looks like that may be ending too. I hope so. I want my country back. I already know it's not coming back, but I want it. 888-775-3773. So It's going to be interesting to see the outcome of what happens in Gaza while Donald Trump. I know, I don't know, I'm not there. It appears that Netanyahu and Trump are good. They get along very well, it seems. And I know that based on the stories I've been hearing, that Netanyahu is like a Trump over in Israel, and the liberals hate him in the same way the liberals hate Trump in America, and they want to lock him up. They want to lock up Netanyahu. They want to lock up Putin. They want to lock up the whole dream team. Donald Trump, Netanyahu, and Putin. That's like trying to lock up Hake, the Anchor Baby, and Joel. The dream team. You can't lock up the dream team. And then if you go after one of the team, the other one got their backs. So you can't touch them. Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. When will you take control of your own life? When will you clearly see, recognize, stop protesting, and overcome thoughts? All thoughts are all lies, all the time, about anything. How deep is that? It's so deep that you can't grasp it. Really, you don't understand what I just said. All thoughts are all lies, all the time, about anything. You don't know the depths of that. You hear the words, though I'm black, you understand the words, but that's about it. Because if you understood what I'm talking about when I say all thoughts are all lies, all the time, about anything, you'll be free. You will be free. You will have life. You will have walked out of your prison. You would have walked out of the prison cell, went down to the lower level of the prison, got on a boat, and sailed across the water onto land, dry land. You would have, but you're not. You're still in prison. You're still in prison. You're afraid of human beings. Think about that. You are afraid of another human being. I'm not talking about physically, I'm talking spiritually. You're afraid of other human beings. You're afraid of what they think about you. You're afraid if they're going to be friends with you. You're afraid you may lose your husband or your wife. You're afraid that you may lose your children. You're afraid to go up and speak on the stage because of how you might look to others. You're afraid and you compare yourself to others. You're afraid and you say you're not good enough. I would never be good enough. I'm not good enough for her. I'm not good enough for him, you say. You have not walked out of your prison. You will never be a Donald Trump, a Netanyahu, or a Putin. Because you won't walk out of your prison. You don't understand the strength of Donald Trump.
I'm picking up this food. Some food and coffee, obviously.
We are audio and video recording this ride for your safety.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
You don't know what's driving you. Haven't gotten that far yet in your life. For those who are working on it, most people not. You are making a horrible, an extreme, horrible mistake in giving one thought to what people think. You're making a horrible mistake because you are giving in to evil, not only inside of you,
Where the hell am I supposed to go?
but inside of others. Satan is your God, and you're miserable. You're not going to live a full life, and a full life is not what you think it means. And I'm not talking about physical full life, but you're not going to live a full life until you overcome the world. It is insane to give one thought about someone else, whether good or bad. It's insane. You're talking about human beings, and human beings are wicked. God said, don't trust them. They're murderers. And yet you're afraid of them spiritually. You shouldn't be physically concerned. Don't walk across the road and get ran over by a wagon. A horse in a wagon or a car. But spiritually, have no fear. Fear did not come from God. So that alone, no, just even in your dumb state, if fear did not come from God and I have fear, I have to know what's so wrong with the fear. God didn't give it to me. I didn't give it to me. Where did it come from? And why would I hold on to it? It's not my friend. But you hold on to fear. You worship fear. You get a thrill from being afraid. You get a thrill from attacking other people, from trying to get revenge on others, from judging others. One of the primary reasons, you won't stop judging because you can't stop judging.
The car is driving itself right now, and it said heartbreak detected. Like, what? My car's driving itself.
Words, gestures, and emotion. You can stop judging. You won't stop because you love the thrill. What will I have if I don't judge? I might see myself if I don't judge, and I don't want to see me. I'd rather judge someone else and pretend I'm better. You love your thrills. Their wives, I work with a lot of husbands and wives in counseling. And the wife said, oh, I'm working on myself. And he working on himself too, but he's not working on himself good enough. He's not doing it right. He's not this. I'm like, take your eyes off him. How are you working on you and watching him? Well, he didn't do the silent prayer this morning. And how do you know that? He made bad decisions with this or that. How do you know that? If you're like busy working on you, and you're supposed to keep your eyes only on you and no one else, how do you know what he is doing or she is doing? You're taking your eyes off of them, off of you, and you're judging with thoughts, eyes, words, gestures, and emotions. And you say you're good. And you are afraid of human beings. Think about that. The devil is afraid of the devil. You're a devil, and you're afraid of other devils, and you call them God. Did you know that the devil does not know God? And that's why the devil attack each other, and they call each other God. That was a shooting. It's the same spirit all over the world. Same thing, no different. Different language, but the same spirit, same deception. There was a school shooting. According to New York Times, at least 10 people were killed and an unidentified number of others injured at a school, at a Center for Adult Education in central Sweden on Tuesday. This is according to the authorities. What's this? From Sky News.
The shooting happened in the city of Örebro, around 100 miles to the west of Stockholm. Police have said that although the motive isn't yet known, it is not believed to be terror-related. Sky's international correspondent Alex Rossi reports.
As the gunman started shooting, students fled.
Oh my God!
They are clearly terrified. Others hid in their classrooms, barricading the doors. The shooting happened just after midday in the city of Örebro, which is about 200 kilometers west of Stockholm. This campus houses a number of schools, but the attack happened at an adult education center. And the violence has once again raised questions about the growing levels of gun violence in Sweden. It has the highest gun crime death rate in the European Union.
Vi vet nu att det är 10-tal personer som har omkommit.
We now know that around 10 people died here today. We cannot provide more specific details at this time due to the extent of the damage. We still believe we have the primary perpetrator in custody, although we're not ruling out the involvement of others. He is not known to the police from before and has no connections to any gang. Based on what we know, we believe he acted alone.
I was surprised to see a black woman with the news in Sweden. They got black people in Sweden? What the? What the? It's the same spirit. And it's not gun violence, it's people violence. The gun wouldn't do anything if you didn't touch it. And God is, what happened? Is the clock wrong?
It might be. Yeah, it looks wrong.
Oh, because are we going out now?
Yes.
Okay, I'll take a break. We'll comment on that and then your phone calls and super chats when I come back. Back in a moment. Your ego, your reputation, and all that. You can't care about any of that. The children of anger will use it to control you. But if you love God, He will renew your mind, and none of those things will be before Him. And so when they go after you, oh well, you may take my body, you may take my things, but you're not going to take my soul. And that's a true reality.
Please bring to Suite 203. 203. I almost ripped the straw. Whoops.
Charging cable disconnected. Recording will stop after 2 minutes. We are audio and video recording this ride for your safety. video recording has stopped.
Ew, that's gross.
We are audio and video recording this ride for your safety.
You think you're your thoughts, you think that you are your emotions. And you live at 133 Body Lane, Earth. Zip code 9000 Body. Amazing. So this shooting, they blame it on gun violence. It ain't gun violence, it's people violence. Guns don't kill, people kill. Knives don't kill, people kill. But the media tell you to say gun violence, and you're so dumb you say gun violence. Now they say, we gotta take away your guns. You're like, oh, okay, because they'll convince you it's gun violence. And then they let all the inmates out of prison and all the illegals in your country, and they tell you, well, you can't protect yourself anyway, so you don't need a gun. Same thing, and then the women are taking over. It ain't gonna it's gonna only get worse. 888-7753-773. And then you say, oh, my heart goes out to the family. Poor family, lying. My heart, first, let me say, You have an aircraft crash, and then you go on TV, pretend you know, not know, you know you don't know what happened, but you act like you do. And you say, let me say, my prayers goes out to the family, and you forget about it as soon as you say it. And you're afraid of human beings. You won't live your full life because other human beings may judge you. What a bad way to live. Not knowing or having you forgotten that the human that's judging you is in worse shape than you, because the judger is worse than the judgee. The judger is wicked. That's why they're judging the judgee. So you got two devils judging one another. Let me go to Adams. Adam, a first-time caller out of
Heartbreak Detective. Watch.
Arizona. Adam, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Good to hear you, man. I've been listening to your show for a little bit now, and it's helped me out a lot.
Nice.
So, anyways, I've been dating this girl now for like probably around 4 months now, and I really like her a lot, and I really want it to work out. I've been listening to a lot of what you have to say about women and about relationships and about how, you know, the man is supposed to be the head, and, you know, I'm not supposed to be a beta, and I don't want to be a beta.
Don't be a beta.
And, well, you know, everything you said, it's caused me to look at my parents, and I realize now, you know, like how wicked of a woman my mother was, and, you know, I had to forgive her for that. How much of a beta my father was, and I had to forgive him for that. And my girlfriend is not like there yet in realizing all of this. Like, I've tried to talk to her about it before, and you know, I tried telling her like that she really, like, she hates her mother, like she's angry at her mother, but she doesn't even realize that. She thinks she loves her mother. And you know, I told her, like, you need to forgive your mother, and she basically just got really offended at me and told me to stop psychoanalyzing her. And she like drew the line at that, and I was like, okay, well, I don't know how to proceed with this now, but like I don't want to give up, you know. So I guess my question is, how would you proceed?
How are you? How old are you?
I'm 26.
And she is?
She's 24.
Oh, okay. And when you say how to proceed what?
Like, I want her to, like, wake up today the same way that I have kind of woken up.
And why?
And so that she can have perfect peace. Because she's like, I can see the anger inside of her, you know, like she's an angry person. She wants to control everything all the time. She definitely has tendencies where she wants to control our relationship, and you know, I fight her on that. I try to do it in a perfect way, but those tendencies definitely come out. I'm like, it's being confirmed to me more and more. I'm like, okay, this is an angry girl. Like, she's just angry.
And why do you want her to have perfect peace?
I want her to have perfect peace, just so that, like, she'll get out of her own way, and she'll get out of our way, as far as, like, this relationship goes. Because I know that I can't be with somebody who, you know, I mean, I know that I shouldn't be with somebody who is, you know, being controlled by their anger.
And when you say you like her a lot, what do you mean by that?
I mean, like, like I like her character a lot. You know, she has a lot of qualities that.
Do you like her angry character?
I mean, no, I don't like it when she gets angry, but.
You like her angry character that she won't listen to you?
No.
What do you mean by you like her character then?
I just mean, you know, she's like, she's not angry all the time. She's not controlling all the time. You know, she's nice and kind. And,
But if she's angry all the time, even when she's nice and kind, that's anger. It's still an emotion. It's an emotion called nice and kind, but it's still.
What'd you say? Hand it to customer. Leave it at desk. We're gonna leave it at your desk.
That's why she goes from nice and kind to back to kind. Both of those are fake. They're not real. They both are evil.
I see what you're saying. She's been saying in our relationship recently, like, oh, like you're not doing enough. Like I feel like you don't initiate things with me as much. You don't talk to me as much, and you don't love me. X, Y, Z.
She's saying,
I'm like,
you're saying I'm like what?
And I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, stop. Like, just calm down.
We are audio and video recording this ride for your
I'm
safety.
like, everything is fine. Like, I don't have to, like, stop trying to control the relationship.
Yeah. And so, why do you want a woman that you already know that will not obey you?
Well, I guess I don't know that she won't obey me.
She already just said she won't obey you. How much more you need to know?
I don't know if I did, because she definitely, gets angry about some things, but then, I try to deal with it in a perfect way, and then she ends up usually, giving up on the fight and, like, submitting,
But she's not submitting. She just become nice for a minute. And when she said, oh, you don't call me enough, you don't talk to me enough, you don't play with me enough, you don't play, what she's saying is that you don't let me control you all the way. Or like you used to allow me to control you. She wants total control over you. She doesn't want to be free. She wants you to worship her. She wants to be your God.
Yeah, I know. I've been talking to my dad about this, and he's like, well, Adam, like, women are emotional creatures, and they need to be, emotionally supported. And I'm like, beta.
He's telling you to support evil. But let me ask, you don't want her to be free, perfect peace, because she wants it, because she clearly has told you she doesn't want it. And you're trying to impose it on her. And you don't want it for her so that she could be free. You want it for her so that she could be with you. And that's not love, man. You don't want her to be free. You want her to be what you think you want her to be so you can be with her because you think you love her. And that's not love. If you loved her, you would leave this woman alone, meaning stop trying to change and leave her in her hell and continue to work on you. And because a relationship does not require work, you are not supposed to put one iota of an effort into any relationships at all. And if it's not working naturally, it's hell, and it's not meant to be. You're not supposed to be trying to make a relationship work. You shouldn't be arguing with her. You shouldn't be trying to make her go and forgive her mama and her daddy. You told her, you suggested that to her. If she doesn't want it, leave this woman in hell, wish her well, and you continue to work on you. Because you don't care about her, it's all about you.
I do care about her.
Then why don't you leave her in her hell then?
Because I believe that she also wants peace.
But
she doesn't.
she told
complains
you
to
that
me
she
about how
didn't.
she has anxiety, stuff like that.
Right, but she didn't tell you that she wanted peace. She rejected the way to peace. She loved her anxiety, and she loved complaining to you about it, and you love pretending trying to fix it. Because you've told a woman what to do to overcome, and she said, no. I need you to worship me. I don't want to be free.
Well, like, don't you say that the man is supposed to help the woman overcome these things?
Only if she wants help. Your girlfriend doesn't want help. Your girlfriend is not working on herself. You notice how God is leaving your girlfriend in her hell? He knows that she has anxiety. He knows that she's angry. He knows that she's controlling. He knows that she's trying to control you. He's not stopping her because she doesn't want that. Why are you trying to make a change? Because you want her to be what you want her to be so she can be with you. If you loved her, you've already told her how to overcome. If you loved her, you would leave her to hell. Okay, you stay in your little hell and suffer. And die.
Oh my gosh. It's so difficult to find a woman that has overcome these things. You know, like I feel like all women have, some form of like anxiety.
They do. All women.
Fear and anger.
All women have no love. All. Not one that has love, including your mama.
Right, and she certainly hasn't realized that. My girlfriend hasn't even realized that yet.
She doesn't want to realize that. She's not working on that. She worked on how to control you to make you worship her. She's not working on overcoming herself. And if you loved her, you would leave her in her hell, and then you would stop looking for a woman. You will only look for the kingdom of God. You will look for what is right. Seek first the kingdom of God, and all things will be added. And if God wanted you to have a wife, he will add one to your life, and it'll be perfect. But you're looking for a woman instead of looking for God. You're in hell looking for a woman, and that's why you're staying in hell by meeting all women that are in hell. Except for those women who have started to work on themselves to overcome that hell.
All right, awesome.
Why are you looking for a woman rather than looking for what is right? Trying to overcome your hell.
I don't feel like I didn't feel like when I met her like I was looking for a woman. We just kind of you know, like met each other and you know, just started talking, and then you know things just went from there. It felt pretty easy. So.
But now it's not. It was a setup.
Yeah. It looks that way.
It
now.
was. Did you go and forgive your mother?
No, I haven't yet.
Why you about to lie?
No, I was gonna say that I've been planning and thinking on it.
Hold on, buddy. Can you hold?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. 888-7753-773. Back in a moment. Hate news, not the fake news. And we're also going to get to your super chats. Back in a moment. Let's lock this off again.
I just want to say thank you for everything that you do. You absolutely changed my life for the positive, and I just want to thank you. I was 29-year-old beta, living at home with my mom, and just was living in fear and doubt, and I couldn't hold down a job, and then I found you, I started listening, and I started just being more at peace, and I forgave my mom, and I forgave my father, and it's like right after that, everything just changed in my life, and I was able to get a good job, and I moved out, and I live on my own now, and everything has just changed, and I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate you for spreading that message. It really is a positive message.
Amazing. That's good, man. I want people to know God love us in ways that there are no words to express, because you have nothing to compare it to, right? Stay with the silent prayer. You haven't seen anything yet. It gets better.
Going on in the world, but some good things too, perhaps. The CIA employees, they're all
We are audio and video recording this ride for your safety.
Up next, I heard, is the Department of Education. When Bibi Netanyahu, sitting alongside his U.S. counterpart in the Oval Office, smiled at the remarks and said he believed Trump would help Israel achieve all of its war goals. Based. And the U.S. Postal Service, after announcing Tuesday they would not accept incoming parcels from China and Hong Kong until further notice, the U.S. Postal Service abruptly changed course this morning, said they will continue accepting all international inbound mail and packages from China and Hong Kong posts. That's when the USPS and Customs and Border Protection are working closely together to implement an efficient collection mechanism for the new China tariffs to ensure the least disruption to package delivery, the service said in an updated statement. The announcement comes just days after our greatest President Trump ended an exemption that allowed anyone to ship packages worth less than $800 to the U.S. without paying duties or undergoing inspections. Inspecting incoming parcels to collect the new import taxes could prove extremely difficult. So that's a little update. Analysts were saying that this move could spell the end of cheap hauls on Chinese e-commerce sites like Shein, if that's the right pronunciation, and Temu. What a mess. And that Sweden shooting, you heard about that earlier this hour. 10 people killed at least in a shooting at a school in Sweden Tuesday. Suspected gun male, not a man, believed to be among the dead. Prime Minister Ulf Kristersson of Sweden called it the worst mass shooting in Swedish history. So it's a terrible situation. What a mess. It's a school for adult education. I'm James Hake, now back to JLP, Hour 2.
uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Welcome to the second hour of the show today. You can get involved by calling 888-7753-773, 888-77-JESSE. And my biblical question, is anger a part of intelligence or stupidity? Is anger a part of intelligence or stupidity? You can listen to the show if you're busy and can't sit and watch. You can podcast, but you can listen on your iPhone or iPad by calling the listen line on TalkStream Live at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. Amazing. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk. buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. All right. Manhood hours coming up in the next hour. And so some of you may hear me talking about the clock being off. There's a big clock right in front of me, and it tells all of us when to end the show, when to go in and out. So it's a little off right now. No big deal. The anchor baby got it over there at the board. Amazing, huh? I want to go back to Adam, a first time call out of Arizona. Adam has a girlfriend. According to him, she won't work on herself. She's becoming difficult. And he like, what the? Hey, Adam?
Yeah, Jesse.
Is Eve there right now?
No, she's not here. and by the way, she claims she wants to work on herself.
Claim it and doing it are two different things.
But she just doesn't want me to help her.
She doesn't want to work on herself. And
She went through like therapy.
Amazing.
Right. Because she doesn't really want to work on herself. But let me ask.
What the?
What the? Adam, you said in your opening statement that you know about, you got to forgive your mom, your evil mama, your dad, and blah, blah. But you haven't gone and done that. Why not?
Well, my dad, I have forgiven my dad. I
You
talked to
told
him. Since he lives in Arizona also, so I actually got to go to talk to him and tell him that I forgive him for everything. But my mom actually lives in Mexico. She moved out to Mexico with my stepdad and she married.
And they don't have a Skype or anything?
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, she has a phone.
And do you plan to go see her soon?
Yeah, she's supposed to be in town next week. So I can probably see her when she's in town then. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm just a little worried that my stepdad's going to get pissed off at me. You know, when I forgive my mom and have that conversation with my stepdad, like, oh, I'm just thinking mom too fast like that. You know?
Why do you care about this? want to overcome
Slippery
that
right
hill.
there. It just started drifting.
Also,
And
Jesse,
plus, you don't know what he gonna say anyway. I don't care what he said before, how his reaction was in the past. You have to always have a way to. You should always have a way to see about everything. Wait and see how he reacts. He may be glad to hear you say what she has done to you, because he already knows it anyway.
So when I tell her this and have that conversation with her, how specific am I supposed to get? Because I feel like there's kind of a lot to unpack there. Like for instance, do I need to tell her that I resented her for like divorcing my dad and like breaking up the family?
We are
basically?
audio and video recording this ride for your safety.
Okay.
But don't plan everything out. Your primary reason for going to her is to forgive her, to admit that you do resent her, and that you realize now she can help herself, and because you need to realize, if you haven't yet, that you are wrong for resenting her, and that's what's keeping you away from God. You know, your anger. No one with anger can enter into the kingdom of heaven. You, within or above. And so you're wrong for playing God by judging her. Now you don't. You know better. So your primary thing is to say,
Yeah.
I was wrong for. Yes, it's wrong for what you've done by separating the family and all that. But I'm wrong for resenting you. I realize now you can't help yourself. Somebody screwed you up. And if you, the words come about what you just said, then say it. But if it doesn't, don't worry about it. Your thing is to admit that you resent her, and God will forgive you. Don't ask any human being for forgiveness. Never ask a human being for forgiveness. God forgives, human beings don't.
Mom, I realize now that Grandpa was a beta. And he screwed you up.
That's right. Her mother screwed her up. Her mother did exactly to her what she did to you. Because she hated her mother as well.
Dang.
And then, and if you marry this girl that you're with in her condition, or you make a baby with her, she's gonna screw up your child or children as well, and then she's gonna keep them away from you to try to hurt you even more so.
But this girl,
What the?
I don't want that. I don't want that.
Then you better stop longing for.
All right, everyone. I'm gonna end this live.
Just
Just gonna
because